Hey there, this is John Henny. I'm a voice teacher and the author of Teaching Contemporary Singing. And today I want to look at INXS and Michael Hutchence performing New Sensation live at Wembley Stadium in 1991. Now, I obviously know this song, although I haven't really listened to INXS for a very, very long time. And I recently saw the documentary Mystify. And it's kind of, I didn't realize the tragic story of Michael Hutchence. I knew of his passing, but didn't realize the brain injury he suffered when the cab driver hauled off and punched him in the face and he fell down and hit his head. It's actually quite sad. But this performance would be from their prime. So I haven't seen this particular performance. So I want to react and also analyze this. And also for those of you who've asked, my book is available on Amazon. So you just search my name on Amazon and you can find the book. All right, let's take a look at New Sensation. Such a recognizable opening. I mean, first of all, I love that drum lick right there on the recording. It's such a hook. And for me, drums are very rarely a hook. But when the drummer sets up that really simple fill, I just find it absolutely thrilling. Right off the bat, for me, what sets Michael Hutchence aside, and I can think of, is it Roland Orzabal from Tears for Fears? Back in that period, you had these male singers that sang with this really deep, rich sound. And what he's doing is he's actually setting his larynx, all right, your Adam's apple, and this is what's housing your vocal folds. And he's a little deeper. And what that does is that just elongates this tube of your throat and your mouth. That's like the trumpet for the singer. And that slightly deeper setting gives him that really rich sound. I really love the way he sings. Just that richness in his voice. And I just love that he has this style of singing where it's almost lazy. It's not lazy, but he creates this almost lackadaisical feel in that he's like sliding from note to note. It's really kind of sensual, and he is a rock god. I mean, he's just fantastic looking. He's just got so much charisma. But just his style of singing, it's so easy and flowing and just going from note to note. There's no big jumps. You never hear his vocal sound change, and you don't hear him hammer top notes. Everything sounds really easy. And as a matter of fact, he's a singer, and Stevie Wonder's like this, where you don't realize how high he's singing until you try and sing it yourself, and you go to the keyboard and go, wow. And he's just really mastered that. He's really got great vocal technique. All that's coming, going. Little slides. Oh, that little distortion. I mean, he's up on a high B, and you wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, that's just an impressive note. He puts that little bit of grind over the top of it, but the sound underneath, he's not straining on that. And the band mentioned in the documentary how he was always spot on. His voice never failed him, and I believe that, singing really well. There's another high B. And I love now that he comes back to the chorus where it's usually like the big build and you sing stronger. He's actually going a little breathy here and a little light. He's pulling it back and he's kind of tricking your expectation. And that's what good singers do, is if you deliver on every expectation the audience has, the ear can get a little bored. But when you use little tricks to set the audience up for one thing and you change it just a little, it's really, really effective. Let me take that back. That little bit of whispery sound. And I mean, you do have to acknowledge that the band is absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're just rock solid. They're just grooving like crazy because it's not a complicated song, not a whole lot of chords, not a ton of production. So it really is the energy so much is coming from not just Michael, but the band as well. They're just really nailing this song. Oh, beautiful. All of those. I mean, that's an A when he's singing that word. And it sounds like his lower register. He's actually gone through the transition in the male voice. He's technically in male head voice. He sounds like he's in what singers will call their chest voice, their lower register. I'm gonna play that again. It's just so well done. It's so rich and thick. That's an A. Oh my goodness. He does not sound like he's singing that high. He just completely fools the ear. That's really high. He's in his head voice. Sounds like his chest. Most singers, if they tried to make the note that rich and full, they just jam up, and he's up there easily. Absolutely fantastic. And I love that he's able to bring in just a little distortion, a little bit of dirt without going into full screams. It's like a guitarist when they push their amp just a little bit and the amp just starts to break up. He's really got that down. It's just an absolutely fantastic frontman, a fantastic singer. He would write the melodies for these songs and the lyrics, and obviously gone far too soon. But Absolutely love that. Hey, if you want to know more about me, please visit my website, johnhenny.com, and be sure to listen to my podcast, The Intelligent Vocalist, where I talk more about the ins and outs of singing and the voice science and all that kind of stuff. So until next time, thank you so much.